Welcome back to the C-Lab Pirate Radio. I'm Anna Rose. I'm the co-host of another podcast called Zero Knowledge. I'm here with Alex from Aurora, and we're actually going to talk today about Aurora, but also about Near. I think that's where we're going to start this interview. So welcome.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. How are you finding Paris?
Wow. Super nice city. A little bit too much traffic jams, as for me.
It's pretty hot right now, too.
Yeah. Yeah. But besides that, all good. All
cool.
Good.
Let's find out a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about where you started, and maybe tell us a little bit about Near, too, because that's kind of where you're coming from.
Yeah. So the story is pretty long. I'll try to keep it super short. So I'm a tech guy. I'm actually a PhD in applied physics and math. Was doing some calculations in the oil field model and all this stuff. But back in 2015, I turned my eyes into crypto.
Nice.
I joined a company named Bitfury, pretty known, big privately owned unicorn. Was studying there, one of the first people there in the software division. So that was a super nice experience. Was with Bitfury for 4 years, and then I joined Near, and the connection here is also pretty interesting because we were actually studying in the same school with Ilya, the founder of Near. Right?
Wow!
So at some point in time, we figured out that we are both in crypto, and he said maybe we can do something together. And then at the right moment, when I was searching for new challenges, around 1 year ago.
Were you guys in the same grade?
Yeah.
Wow. Was it a big school?
It was pretty big school.
Okay.
And we have actually several people in Near working for that school.
Cool. Nice. All right, let's talk about what Near is. Actually, let's say what was Near and what is Near today.
Okay. And so to give it just a one sentence pitch, the Near is Gen 3 blockchain.
Okay.
So we have the first generation Bitcoin, second generation with smart contracts, Ethereum, right? And now we have blockchains that are trying to solve the scalability problem.
Yeah.
So this is what Near is about. The blockchain that is capable of horizontal scaling.
Cool.
With the sharding inside of it and with the ability, to reshard, and doing everything automatically. So this is what Near is.
Cool. Is Near Near is a smart contract platform. It's POS, but is it a similar smart contract platform to the way that you understand Ethereum, or what are the differences between them?
Yeah, well, because of the sharding, there are some differences, and there are some obstacles for the newcomers to implement there. Because, for example, there are some specific ways how the smart contracts are interact with each other. But from the standpoint of the developer, you've got this Turing complete virtual machine. You are able to launch anything that you want, and from that point of view, it's pretty similar.
Cool.
There is no solidity support in Near blockchain, so you need to write smart contracts in either Rust or assembly script. But obviously, we do understand the fact that there are lots of code that is written that is proven to be correct, and we just need to allow for this code to be run on Near, and this is why Aurora is here.
Yeah.
So Aurora is the project that enables this interoperation in between the Ethereum smart contracts and Near blockchain.
Why didn't you decide to create a native language for Near? I mean, I imagine that was sort of thought of using Rust. There's only a select group of people who can write Rust.
Yeah.
Had you thought about something like that?
Well, this is the question more to Ilya because I was not making that choice. But from my point of view, well, every time when you create a new language, you need to create the hell amount of different things around it. You need to have the compiler, most probably a couple of compilers at least, so you can cross validate it, and then you also need to have debuggers, profiling tools, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So the whole of the SDK for the devs. It's not a very simple thing to do it.
Yeah.
And because of this, well, it was just the choice. Let's use as a virtual machine WebAssembly, and let's use literally anything that is compiling into WebAssembly. So Rust is just the first starting language, and there is an SDK for it. But anyone is able to create an SDK for anything that is cross-compiling into WebAssembly, and there is a bunch of
other
cross-compilers, right?
I want to, before we move into Aurora, I want to give a little bit more sense of what makes Near unique, or what maybe from the developer perspective, because I know it plays a little bit into the benefits also of Aurora. Okay. So what is unique about the Near framework maybe for a developer?
Okay. So I believe the most interesting thing is that, well, everyone used to the gas fees, right? The users need to pay gas fees.
Yeah.
But now the question, the specifics of Near blockchain is that 30% of the gas fees are going as a benefit to the smart contract creator.
Yes.
And the party that deployed this. And like this is, well, you can think of this as a simple feature, but what it is in fact, it is the natural way to monetize the open source software, because smart contracts, they need to be open source. People need to be able to validate them. And here is the built-in functionality for the monetization of this open source software. And I believe this is a super strong move forward, and this can help people who are fond of open source to monetize themselves and have some money to live.
This is such a important topic, this idea of continuous incentivization of developers, especially when it comes to something like maintenance of code.
Oh yeah.
Shipping, you get the high fives and everyone's like, check it out.
Yeah.
But maintaining it's not fun. And
Absolutely.
if there's no source of funding for that, it's usually done because people just out of the goodness of their heart. But that's a weird way to build an ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. I can double down there.
Yeah. So this is sort of a way to continuously incentivize. One other Near question before we jump on is the Rainbow Bridge, because this is very much a cross-chain focused series that we're doing here. So the Rainbow Bridge is not Aurora, right?
Well, this is one of the brands that Aurora owns. So Aurora is a bigger one, yeah. So the Rainbow Bridge project, it was spun out together with Aurora, and the Aurora team is maintaining the Rainbow Bridge.
Didn't realize that. But let's describe, because Rainbow Bridge I heard about first. So tell me something about what is the Rainbow Bridge? What does it mean to do?
Right. So obviously nowadays, just a couple of months ago, Ethereum market cap was around $500 billion, right? And there are lots of assets that are locked inside of Ethereum. And if we're talking, this is only $500 billion. This is only Ethereum market cap, right? We have also lots of tokens and all of this stuff. So there are lots of money there, and people own it. And especially in DeFi space, it is super important to have lots of liquidity to be able to provide good services, right? Low slippages and all of this stuff. So it is, and the Near blockchain doesn't have it, right? It will be a natural thing to build something to be able to utilize liquidity that is located in Ethereum on top of the Near blockchain. So, and then you will get, two at the price of one. You will get an ability to send your money to the place where you can operate at a very, very cheap prices, right? Because the transaction fees are low. Again, because of the scalability. This is the first thing. And second thing is, well, then you're putting your liquidity into something that is working, right? So you can bootstrap there. So there is a need of this solution, and this is what we actually developed. So the Rainbow Bridge is the, I believe, first and as far as I know, at least for now, is the only trustless bridge with Ethereum, in between Ethereum and some kind of other network, L1 network. And because I'm saying trustless, it means that we don't have any validators or some kind of entity that is managing the bridge itself. So it is done fully through the smart contracts.
Okay.
And people just able to send tokens, and not only tokens. Rainbow Bridge is fully extensible, and anything that is provable with the blockchain, including the transaction inclusion, the height of the blockchain, the state of the blockchain, so what it is stored in the blockchain, anything that is provable through the blockchain, it can be transferred from one network to another network. Which gives an opportunity, for example, for the following use case. You can build a DAO that is working on Near, and it's paying pretty low transaction fees for it. It does, and this DAO is actually doing the management of some kind of portfolio on Ethereum blockchain, because there are lots of liquidity there. So the DAO does the voting and all of the stuff on Near blockchain, and then only the result of the voting is transferred to the smart contract on Ethereum. And this can be done actually through the cross-chain smart contract call. So you even do not, think of this the other way. You're just, scheduling, the DAO schedules a call from Near blockchain to Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, and for example, the call can be to reshuffle the portfolio or do something with the assets that is managed.
What's that DAO called?
This is just the hypothetical example.
The hypothetical DAO, yeah.
But in terms of the DAOs, since this is a pretty hot topic, on Near there is a framework for DAOs. It is called Sputnik DAO. Lots of the stuff nowadays are
that's
called Sputnik.
Yeah.
On Near we have a Sputnik DAO. You can check it out on sputnik.fund. And I believe there are more than 100 DAOs already made through that smart contract.
Cool.
And there are some millions of money that are managed through this DAO. So
nice.
All good.
Let's talk now about Aurora. Let's bring it back to what's on your T-shirt and the project that you're really focused on right now. How does Aurora fit in and around Near?
Okay.
And maybe try to work in the Rainbow Bridge to that too,
Yeah.
if there is a connection. Because I actually didn't realize, I always thought of Rainbow Bridge as like ETH smart contract to Near base chain. So tell me how that's different.
Yeah, so Aurora is super boring project. Look at me, I'm super boring guy. The tech guy inside of the Ethereum world, right? So we're a super boring project because we are the freaking compatibility division of Near protocol. What we are doing is we are just allowing Ethereum smart contracts to run on top of Near, right? This is a compatibility. This is like you can think of me of Aurora as a team in Microsoft that is working on the MS-DOS support, right?
Okay.
So this is what we are doing. But the most important thing is that this is really needed, and up to Windows 10, Windows has the MS-DOS support. And the reason for this is that there is a ton sheet of software that is written for MS-DOS, and nobody wants to go inside of it. And I'm talking about healthcare software, because if something is breaking there, people can get the arm cut off or something like that, right?
Super vital.
So yeah, and it means and Ethereum is like that, right? Well, again, as I said, lots of liquidity, lots of proven smart contracts, lots of money spent on smart contract audits.
Mm-hmm.
So Aurora just gives an ability to run the smart contracts on top of Near blockchain. From the tech side of view, Aurora is just a smart contract on Near, and inside of this smart contract we have the EVM implementation, which is the Ethereum virtual machine. So the user is able to create a transaction, an ordinary transaction for Ethereum, sign it with MetaMask or with wallet connected with any other software, and send it to Near. But what in fact is happening there, it sends the user sends this transaction directly to the Aurora smart contract, and inside of the Aurora smart contract, in the general on Near blockchain, this transaction gets executed.
But then in that case, would Aurora need the Rainbow Bridge? Because isn't it more like...
It is a separate thing, but again, it solves absolutely the same problem. So you can now run your smart contracts on Aurora, Solidity smart contracts on Aurora, and enjoy the speed of the Near blockchain. But you still need to have that liquidity. I mean, because you need to generate money there, or you need to put money there in order to be able to make some money.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is the Rainbow Bridge what you're actually using between? Because I would have pictured the Rainbow Bridge existing on the other side would be directly on Near. Do you actually need the Rainbow Bridge, or will you create a different kind of L2 bridge?
Okay, so we call this thing Aurora Bridge. You can check it out directly on the Aurora website. But what it is, in fact, is that we're using the Rainbow Bridge technology underneath. So we are given an ability for a user to bridge their tokens from Ethereum to Near, and then these tokens get deposited inside of the Aurora smart contract. So we have internal Near Aurora Bridge, which is which works in 1 second just. So people can move tokens in between Aurora runtime and Near native runtime.
Got it.
And this can be sequenced together with the Rainbow Bridge, because for Ethereum community, the problem of Rainbow Bridge is that they need to have Ethereum account and Near account to be able to do the transfers, right? And we do not want to force people who would like just to scale their applications with Ethereum. We do not want force their users to create a Near account. This is we can do the extra mile there, so the user experience is going to be smoother. And what we did is we actually we connected to this internal bridge to the Rainbow Bridge, and now we call it Aurora Bridge.
Is it going Ethereum over the Rainbow Bridge to Near and then over a little mini bridge to Aurora every time? Then?
And this is only one transaction on the Near side because of the beauty of this is you can think of this a little bit like a composability of the transactions. It works in a little bit different way, but this is actually the same. So user starts his transfer on the Ethereum blockchain. Then there is a finalization transfer happening on the Near blockchain, but this transfer is bundled or is connected together with the depositing into Aurora. So literally, there are two things that are done there.
As a user, you sort of mentioned that they don't have to create a new address. Is this sort of the way, like you can create like a custom RPC and it's the same address? Like it's actually the same as your Ethereum address, but in Aurora, like it'll even have
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So absolutely the same way how you're doing this in MetaMask. You can have on testing network the same address that is on the mainnet. The difference for the user in terms of the security is that every transaction that user signs, it has the specific thing that is called chain ID, which means that this is the chain that you need to send your transaction to.
Yeah.
And other chains are not going to, or they should not take this transaction and execute it.
Like yesterday, I actually had an interview with the team from Optics, which is like the Celo or C-Labs, basically bridge infrastructure and protocol. Do you know about that protocol?
A little bit.
Could you imagine integrating with maybe these other kinds of bridging techniques? Also, I would like put IBC in something like that.
Mm-hmm. So from my point of view, yes.
Okay.
IBC, I'm more familiar with IBC. So the IBC it has a pretty nice design, but this is only the protocol, right? So the thing that I'm taking care of is the actual implementation of this stuff, right? The thing that is important for Aurora in general, this is like our vision, is that we believe that we need to follow the vision of the Ethereum community, right? We cannot say that things. Well, like we need to be as decentralized as possible. We need to be as trustless as possible. So yeah, looking forward to cooperation with any projects that are actually focusing on this, right? So
cool. Do you I kind of want to go back to the bridge part. If there was a light client, is there a light client in the Rainbow Bridge on both sides?
That's true.
So is it on the Near side or is it also on Aurora?
The light client is a separate smart contract on Near. In Near, right?
Okay.
But we're just using it to prove stuff, right? So it's we do not need to have it inside of Aurora.
I see. And then I kind of want to bring it back to that point we talked about, like the thing that makes Near unique for developers. What does that actually mean for something like Aurora?
Well, not a lot right now.
Okay.
Because again, Aurora is a smart contract. It means that Aurora is actually collecting right now a little bit of fees, right, from all of the transactions that are coming there. But this is the thing that this is one of the features that we would like to create and deploy on Aurora. In future, we would like to transfer these fees actually to the people who were deploying their smart contracts in Aurora.
Exactly. That's what I'm curious about. If it continues kind of up the stack there.
Yeah. So it's not yet there. We are able to track it, obviously, but it's not yet there. But yeah, I would love to give this, to translate this feature of Near protocol to the Ethereum developers.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the coolest. Like, I just think for developers, such an attractive proposal.
Yeah.
And yet, what I hear is Aurora also just makes it easier for existing Solidity devs to kind of like start playing on it and moving over without needing to know Rust.
Yeah, that's true.
Who is the team of Aurora? You sort of mentioned that like Rainbow Bridge and like what is this group?
Yeah, okay. So I can say, well,
I know it's maybe also like forming right now. I don't know how fixed it is yet.
Yeah, it is fixed.
Oh, it is fixed. Okay.
So yeah, we are still hiring, and I mean like all of the crypto projects. But I can say that it is my big honor to work with these people. I cannot say that I'm a true OG of crypto because I started only in 2015. But I have true OGs in my team.
Cool.
So pretty famous CryptoPunks. The CDO of Aurora is the guy called his name is Arto, and he mined bitcoins back in 2011.
Yeah.
So he is a super cool guy, and he knows shit out of it. We have some DeFi whales literally in the team, and so they know all of the space, and they have super good connections. And I believe this is a super And for example, the other guy, a true crypto OG, his name is Joshua, but his nickname is the Godfather of Proof of Stake.
Wow.
He was one of the people who actually invented this approach.
Wild.
So just super privileged to work with this set of people. I hope I can keep the
keep the level going.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. So do tell me, like, what is the status of Aurora today?
Yeah, so Aurora is live on Near mainnet.
It's on mainnet.
Yeah,
Amazing.
anyone is able to try it out. So you just go to aurora.dev website. All of the instructions there for devs. There is documentation, and you can check it out. But what I can tell you, it is the most simplest thing that you ever have seen in the blockchain ecosystems. So if you have working deployments on Ethereum, you just need to change the RPC endpoint, and that's it.
Nice.
This is super nice. Either in Remix, or if you're using some kind of frameworks like Ethers or Web3, you just change the endpoint, and that's it.
Cool.
It's live on the mainnet. The bridge is working. You can bridge your Sitwonis. We are also working. You can bridge ETH. You can bridge Near. All of the different stuff there.
And I guess all of the ERC20 tokens as well.
Not right now.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Actually, that's weird to me.
You can. Okay, so the devs can do it.
Okay.
But from the front end, we are not allowing it yet. And the reason for this is that we're just making sure that the metadata is okay, and the token image is okay, and all of the stuff. So technically there is an ability to breach any token. Yeah. So no problem.
I see.
Yeah. But we would like to make it a little bit like MetaMask does, right? So if you want your token to be automatically picked up by MetaMask, you need to create a pull request in some kind of repo in GitHub, and then it will pick it up. So this is the process that we would like to also to implement there, just to make sure that nobody is tricking the users in terms of, because the metadata nowadays is super important. You have the amount of tokens that you have, and this is like a super long number. And then the metadata states what is the number of decimals there, right?
Ooh.
So there is a big difference in between you owning 1 token or 10 tokens or 100 tokens, right? And we do not want people to put any metadata. So, for example, they can say, for example, that one, Aave token is actually equals to 10 bridged Aave tokens on Aurora. So we do not want to do that, obviously. And
you want it to be one-to-one always.
Yeah.
There's no reason. It's not at all because of deciding which kinds of ERC20s would be brought over, is it?
No, it's not.
Once this sort of metadata question is solved, then it will be all.
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah. So this is only about it, and in general, as I said, metadata can be breached in a truly trustless way because of the breach, the way how it works. We can get this information. We're just finalizing the this trustless metadata transition. Yeah.
I want to ask if you think of Aurora as a rollup in any way, or and if so, what category of rollup would you put it in? Because to me, it doesn't sound like a ZK rollup.
Okay.
Maybe it is, but tell me how you think about this.
Well, from my point of view, for people who are listening or hearing about Aurora for the first time, the most simple thing to say is that Aurora is an L2 to Ethereum, right?
Okay.
The reasoning for this is that, what we are doing is we are scaling Ethereum somewhere else, and we are enjoying also the security of Ethereum because Near has a light client as a smart contract on Ethereum, right? So that's why all of the Near transactions, they after they done and the light client synced, it means that Near in general as a protocol enjoys the security of Ethereum.
Wow.
So you can think of it as Near is a roll-up to Ethereum. a little bit, just because of the fact that the rainbow bridge is there.
Got it.
So this is a very, very interesting feature. Obviously, this is only against the retrospective attacks. But you can think of Near as secure as Ethereum. So we have that feature, but also like we have a little bit of sidechain stuff, right? So we have a separate blockchain where these transactions get executed. It's not fully sidechain because it's not a sidechain that is devoted to Aurora. It's not a separate Aurora chain. It's the whole Near ecosystem. But yeah, so some kind of analogies there. But these are all complicated stuff. So if you want to have a one-line punch, then Aurora is an L2 to Ethereum.
Got it. I'm curious a little bit about the roadmap. What's coming up? You've sort of shared status, or the current state of the project. But yeah, what do you envision? You did we mentioned something about potentially pushing those maintenance fees or I forget what you call this, like what you earn from the contract. It's like fees for developers.
I don't know.
Is there a word for this?
Probably yes.
It should get something really.
Not quite sure.
Sorry if I'm. But anyway, going that topic, like that was something you mentioned maybe on the roadmap in the future that you actually the fees that are dedicated to the owners of the contract or deployers of the contract get pushed forward. But is there anything else that we should look for on the roadmap?
Yeah, absolutely. So the most important thing that I'm focusing right now is the proper governance of Aurora. In case you're going to see my talk on the SSC that is going to be a little bit later today.
Which hopefully has a video that will hopefully be linked to this video.
Yep. Put your likes.
Yeah.
And subscribe and all this stuff. Also, you can join our Aurora channel. So coming back, we do believe, as I said, in the decentralization. And unfortunately, right now, there is no way how you can do the proper bridging without any governance. You need to have governance. There is it's a complicated problem. It's not a 2-minute speech here, but because of this, I want to do the best solution for the governance that is available there, the most decentralized one, and this is obviously a DAO. So I'm in the process right now to help the Aurora community to create a DAO.
Using Sputnik?
For the government, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, we have it. There is no reason.
You might as well use it.
That's true. It already works, right?
Nice.
So there is no need to invent the wheel, right? So I'm trying to help the community to form a DAO for Aurora, and then the DAO is going to manage the project. Actually, just for everybody, because there are lots of speculations around. Just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Aurora doesn't have a token, right?
Oh yeah, that's
so
a good
Aurora,
question. I forgot to ask. Sorry.
Aurora doesn't have a token, and in order for the users and for developers to pay fees in Aurora, you just need to breach a little bit of ETH, right? And then in MetaMask you have the gas price is 0.1 GVE, and this is pennies. I want more. So this is pretty nice experience. You do not need to buy any token,
any Aurora specific token,
in order to send transactions.
I guess you don't have to buy Near token either.
Absolutely.
Having Near, does that help in any way? I guess bridging between. Oh no, actually, can you host Near tokens on Aurora?
Yeah, we already do it.
A synthetic Near.
Yeah, well, this is like a Aurora Near.
Would it be similar to what would be on Ethereum, actually? Like a synthetic Near?
Yeah, all of the three, they are all can be converted through Rainbow Bridge and a Near internal bridge into each other.
Does the Near token on Aurora have since you mentioned tokens, does it have a role, or is it one synthetic among many?
No, this is one among many.
Okay.
Right now, right? So literally all of the bridge tokens to Aurora, they are IOU, right? But then they can be converted into something different, right? In case the project would like to genuinely deploy some specific functionality around the tokens, so cool. they can either swap the tokens one-to-one to the new one, and so on. Yeah. So the DAO, right?
Exactly.
Coming back there.
Totally.
So the DAO is one of the main priorities. Again, truly believe in the decentralization. This is the only way how we can. We are not taking any shortcuts there, right?
Cool.
So only the DAO. And then later on, we are looking forward to speeding up the transfers over the bridge. Right now, the transfers over the bridge, they take around 5 minutes from Ethereum to Near or to Aurora, it doesn't matter. And back, it takes around 6 hours, from 4 to 8 hours, something like that. So it is pretty quick already, but it is still not the Web2 experience that people used to
Are
have,
expecting.
right? So for example, if you open your online banking tool, you just click and then transfer started. Yeah, obviously people are going to get their money at some point in time, but this is like almost instant. And we do not have it with the rollups with the current market. So we want to enhance it, and we are able to do the 5-minute transfers from Aurora to Ethereum back.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's again not a rocket science. We just need to implement this stuff. Yeah, and
Cool.
the last but not least, just the number 3 to share with you, is that we would like to implement the sharded version of Aurora, so Aurora would actually enjoy this horizontal scalability of Near blockchain.
Cool. Does Aurora have to change for the sharded? Like, is it the Aurora itself is being sharded, or Aurora lives on a sharded Near?
Right now, Aurora lives on the sharded Near,
Yeah.
but later on, Aurora will be sharded.
Interesting.
So literally, you can think of this, again, a little bit of a visionary 30 seconds from me. But you can think of, like, Aurora is the implementation of the EVM, right? So we are taking ETH1 core.
Yeah.
We are just putting it on inside of the system that works faster. And now what we would like to do is to shard this ETH1 core. And, literally this is ETH2 pitch. We're just not naming it like that.
Is it like the original ETH2 pitch?
I cannot
ETH2
say
has changed so much over the last
That's true, but
6
ETH2
months.
has lots of constituents inside of it. Yeah, we have this proof of stake stuff. We have this, and many things are not yet figured out by the Ethereum Foundation, right? What are going to be the precompiles to schedule the calls in from one chart to another? I don't know. I would like to work with them, because in case Ethereum Foundation will issue some kind of directives,
and
then Aurora can implement this
Exactly.
and can be fully compliant
and
with
this
that.
is maybe why you're pushing this to like a little bit in the future. You don't want to go like
I
do
not
it
want
first and then find out that it's been implemented different, I guess.
what I would like to do is actually to implement something and come with the first version to Ethereum Foundation and say, hey guys, we have something for you. You can play with it, right? You need with the ETH 2.0, which I'm a big supporter of. You need to wait until stage 4 or stage 6 in order to test it. With Aurora, you would be able to test it right now. We can give you an opportunity to be the playground for ETH 2.0. And obviously, this is a good solution, because Aurora, in comparison to ETH 1.0, obviously it is much smaller project. We do not have that, that amount of users that are going to hate us in case something is going to break, right? So it is a little bit easier. So we can help here, and we can boost the schedule of delivery of ETH 2.0. And I believe this is one of the biggest things that are pretty different for Aurora in comparison to other scalability solutions, because all of the people in the market that are doing some kind of scalability, from my point of view, they're thinking about how to scale Ethereum right here, right now. Aurora also answers this question, but Aurora gives an ability to answer the question how to scale Ethereum tomorrow.
Cool.
And this is the biggest difference.
Well, on that note, I want to say thanks so much for this interview. Thanks for coming and sharing all of this.
Yeah, thank you too.
And thanks for watching. And I guess see you soon.
See you.